So we begin with Ra's al Ghul on some Lion King shit, telling his grandson Damian Wayne, everything the light touches will be yours to control one day. And this family moment gets interrupted when Ra's al Ghul's son gets slimed out. And I'm crying, man. Ra's al Ghul looks 100 years younger than his own son. This is the type of greed they speak about in the Bible. You can't share the Lazarus pit with your son, bro? Your kid looks like he's got both feet in the grave while you're here looking like an America's Next Top Model contestant. So yeah, his son gets packed. Ra's al Ghul goes off to fight who did this, and I don't know what kind of stormtrooper aim these assassins got. Like, it's literally harder to miss than to hit from this distance, but anyway. We find out that Deathstroke was the one behind the attack. He blew up Ra's al Ghul, had him looking like well-seasoned steak, and stopped him from getting to the Lazarus pit to revive himself. Bro's been spamming the same Lazarus pit move for centuries, but it finally comes to an end here. So Damian jumps in to help his grandfather. He collapses a balcony on Deathstroke and then he stabbed him straight in the eye. Deathstroke, realizing he's getting cooked by a kid, has to cop the plea by using some smoke bombs to skedaddle away, and as he's leaving he is still yapping, talking about some
"I'll make you suffer for this, boy, next time."
And next time did come. So real quick before we get into the action, Talia wants to keep Damian safe from what just happened, so she takes him to meet his father Batman, and he's shocked as hell, but unlike your average deadbeat dad, he can actually afford child support. And the both of them later go out hunting for Deathstroke. Damian finds him and they get to it. Now we kick off, but we immediately get some foul play, and I'm sorry, but I gotta call it. Mr. Deathstroke, you already fighting a literal child and you still gotta sneak up on him with a sucker punch, my dude? I'm sorry, I gotta write you up for that one. Okay, continue. Deathstroke sprays him with some daggers and then he gave him the Jesus treatment, crucified his ass to the wall. Damian rips out of that and starts bobbing and weaving every strike from Deathstroke. Now they start prepping for some medieval ass fighting sequence. Jousting in the big 2014 is crazy, these motherfuckers in the wrong century. Deathstroke gets the worst of it, he looking down at the wound in disbelief. He like, what? I got hit? Yeah, you the one who got hit, you trash. You getting owned by a person who's not even old enough to watch The Dark Knight. And his father is in it. So Deathstroke, realizing he doesn't stand a chance, had to cop out and pull out the blick. He's literally bringing a gun to a knife fight. But even with the gun, he can't do shit. Damian blows up the gun almost immediately. So now it looks like Deathstroke might start to dominate. He takes away Damian's sword and goes for the kill, but Damian catches it mid-swing, runs up the sword and kicks the taste out of his mouth. For goodness sake, you are the only one holding a weapon and yet you are still losing. How are you this? Trash! So they get back to sparring and Deathstroke's talking about some
"Now your luck ends."
And he's sounding like that one friend when you beat him on a game, mouth filled with nothing but excuses. I was lagging. Shut up, bro, you got fiber optic gigabit internet, you just ass. Damian's like, enough with all that yapping, and he spits in his only good eye, and then they get right back to it, swinging and slashing like it's a Star Wars episode. Deathstroke kicks Damian off the beam, thinking he's gotten rid of him. Damian's like, peekaboo motherfucker, shoots his grappling gun at him, using him as an anchor to stay on the beam. Deathstroke slices the rope. Both players get back on and Deathstroke finally uses his old man strength to an advantage and sprains Damian's elbow. Damian has to switch to using his left, seeing as he's only got one good arm now. Deathstroke strips him of his weapon for the second time, kicks him towards a sealed container of acid, which makes Damian cook up a brilliant plan. Step 1. Rage bait your opponent by blowing up a pipe that releases smoke in his face. Step 2. Effortlessly mog your opponent with a pose. Step 3. Now that your opponent is enraged and is charging towards you, quickly get out of the way so they can slam against the vat of acid. And it worked like a charm. Deathstroke fell for it. Now he's on the floor, roasted and steaming like the chicken stir fry I'm about to have for dinner. And he's on there still yapping, telling Damian to finish him off already. That's what his grandfather Ra's al Ghul would have done. Damian's like, nah, I'm also Bruce Wayne's son, and there's no killing in that household, so just rot in this pool of acid instead. And then he runs up to his mommy because, you know, he is still a child, which makes it even more embarrassing to Deathstroke. I just know he's not getting invited to the next League of Assassins meeting. So yeah, anyway, that'll be all from me. Thank y'all for watching as always, till we meet again.